think communication is the same thing as speech? Well, while communication and speech are necessary skills, both words have different meanings. According to the Picture Exchange Communication System, communication is any behavior that is exchanged with another person that produces direct or related social rewards. For example,
Can I have a cookie, please?
of course, here you go.
Thank you.
You want a cookie? Of course, here you go. Okay, you want a cookie? Of course, here you go. Speech, on the other hand, is a form of communication through spoken language, but communication can come in many other different forms. In typically developing children, babies use crying as a tool to communicate. Maybe they're hungry, or they're tired, or need comfort. But once they grow older, they begin pointing to things they want, or looking to others for help. And then, as adults, our ability to communicate can extend to describing our experiences, sharing our feelings, and contributing our ideas through various ways. For children on the autism spectrum, they may continue to use non-verbal communication or inappropriate behaviors to communicate, especially if they are unable to develop speech. For example, a 7-year-old may bite his hand when he is angry, or we could find a 17-year-old jumping and flapping his hand when he is excited about receiving a new phone. So how should we help children with autism develop better speech and communication? Here are some tips. Firstly, identify what your child is trying to communicate. Secondly, observe how your child is communicating. It is important to ask, is it functional? And thirdly, what is a more functional way for your child to communicate? Remember that this may not always be through the spoken language, but it could also be through pictures, like the Picture Exchange Communication System, or PECS for short, or using appropriate gestures, or through communication devices. As a final tip, remember that communication must be bi-directional. As much as we want children to communicate with us, we also need to communicate with them in a way that they can understand. So there you have it. I hope these tips are helpful and give you a clearer idea of the differences between speech and communication, as well as simple questions that you can ask while developing speech and communication in your child.